Welcome, guys. I'm just enjoying my cup of tea. Okay, I finished my cup almost. Ask your last questions. Put your energy in. This reading will correlate to part 1 of our twin flame reading with the cards. Okay. Last little bit of tea in there. Ask away. And what does the collective need to know about their soulmate, about their twin flame? Ooh, I like this. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, cool. All right. So, what's at hand right now? I want you guys to take a look at this. I just want to make sure I don't move any of the leaves. Look at this. It's perfectly centered, circling around the base. So, the only placement that it travels up to, if we could see that, is in the heart key space. So that's new beginnings, open doors, which if you look back in the card reading, we literally had the open door card, which is nuts. And it said that you have potential for a new love coming in, or it could be a new beginning for the love that you're thinking about, which is more than likely this twin flame connection. I said there's, multiple energies within the collective, so it might be a bit of both or one or the other. So what this is giving me, since this is the only thing in our present timeline, so it's happening like this door is open this week, trickling down into the next few weeks by the end of the month. Correlates exactly with the cards. The cards said this month, our twin flame, they were taking a break. They still chose to be in separation. So I don't think that they were coming in with any apology or communication within a minimum of a month to potentially longer into the new year. So this tells me that exactly, but there is a start for something else. So, twin flames, if you don't want your person getting with somebody else, I'm just letting you know. I'm seeing it in the tea. Don't shoot the messenger. Anywho, again, it could be just the fact that you guys are working on this self-love and this healing journey in solitude, and it's opening this door of healing and union to come within the next couple of months. So, through this new beginning, this passionate key begins, that healing process comes all the way down into the new year. Like it goes all the way through November into December. It kind of does a zigzag in December, which is funny because it's like all of our passion and our love is pushed up to one side. So it makes sense if we're talking about twin flame connection. One person is totally cut off from this love connection. The other person still feels it, still wants it, and the door is open because of that. That energy trickles down, and then it does a bit of a bob and weave. So the door opens to where the other person sees and feels this energy, recognizes it. It bounces back to the other twin. they see, feel, and recognize it. And then we do a bit of a zig and zag. So what that tells me, either it could just be energetic. You guys are both mirroring each other's feelings. So we're expressing this internally, and then our partner is feeling that. It could also mean a literal new opportunity in love. So something else is presented here, a different door is open for now. And then at that 1 month mark, or at some point in December, if your twin comes back, you do a bit of a zigzag. Oh, shit. Do I go back to the person I love I've been thinking about forever? But then I've got this other person who's really been showing me some kind, caring, reciprocated energy, and your emotions are kind of going back and forth here. So I do see that for some of you. If you want it, if it resonates, call it in. If it resonates. But it's funny because we have two seeds. Like, I have an assortment of leaves and seeds and herbs. So I have two seeds. One is on the right side, one is on the left side. And again, that bob and weaving, I truly do feel like some of you guys have two options. And you're going to have to make that choice. Only one of the choices crosses over into Venus. Of course it would be. Oh, Venus. Okay. So, yes, you're going to go with the one that makes your heart open the most. And there are many leaves in Venus by the new year. So they're outside of Venus, they're inside Venus. So that's letting me know you've done your internal healing. You're feeling the self-love and appreciation internally. You've stepped back into your worth. And then externally, obviously, multiple people are seeing this radiate off of you. And there is some sort of attraction to outside sources beyond yourself, one or multiple. But there is a lot of love happening at the end of the year, which is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go in chronological order. This trails down all the way to the end of November into December. Makes sense. It's holiday season. It crosses over. So this love crosses over into some kind of social gathering. You might meet this new person at a social gathering in December. And again, we've got like heavy energy over there with these people in this gathering. But then we've got one leaf who's isolated outside of the social gathering. So maybe one of our twins is not feeling so festive and not putting themselves out there, but the other person is very much so, having fun, going out with their friends and family. And not to say that neither person is enjoying the holidays, but one person just internally feels a little bit more isolated and lonely than the other in comparison. Again, this energy crosses over into our heart space of love, affection, and true romance. So it comes in heavy into December. It starts to lighten up slightly by the new year. And it's like all of our focus, we're feeling the love in a lot of different realms. And then it all just focuses in on one solid leaf again right before the new year. So that does make sense with that single seed crossing over into the Venus planetary alignment, that you make a choice. You do make a choice. And whoever makes your heart beat stronger is obviously going to be that choice. Okay. This doesn't come with some kind of challenges, of course. You're feeling pretty free of any challenges or burdens right now. I'd say maybe you, in comparison to your counterpart, or possibly both of you guys within the separation, are truly focused on yourselves, and you're not focusing on the heavy emotions anymore. I think we've had some time since the separation has been a while after the last few weeks of doing my collective twin flame readings. If you've been in separation that long, then you've had some time to process, do some self-reflection. And I think that is definitely showing here that, it's not at the forefront of challenges or difference of opinions. But when they do come back in at the end of November or into December, remember there's this choice again that has to be made. And we do have the energy sprinkled around, but it does pull into one side more so than the other. And that is the same side of the seed that you choose. So that being said, I feel like that's the person whose energy is making this a little bit more challenging for you. Well, hello, Bogart. Bogart just confirmed. You're going to come up. Just don't knock over any of the cards, baby. This is my boyfriend from a past life. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall, my love. Get up on here. Put both feet on. You're out of the collective showing your face. You're so pretty. Very handsome, I should say. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, getting back. Sorry. This challenge does cross over as soon as their message comes in. There's some kind of form of communication of the heart. It makes you feel scattered. Well, the leaves don't lie. Yeah, literally. There is some kind of travel here. I see this like bus driver. I see the guy with the hat on and he's got one hand forward, like driving a bus. So, wow. Okay. Maybe they're coming, or it could be a pilot with that hat, that kind of hat. We did have a travel card in the card reading. So maybe these messages of love coming back and forth really prompts this person to want to come to you or you to go to them. But it's like, and they're facing in the direction of the challenge. So yeah, I really do feel like they want to come to you, or at least on, if it's not in the physical, it could be like a delivery man giving you this message from the heart. Maybe they wrote it like a true love letter. That's romantic. Okay. Again, these all cross over. I love it. So they all go in chronological order, in alignment. They feed into one another energetically. This message crosses over into our full moon space. So intuitively, you are being guided. You felt a little lost or cut off, or both of you could have. Again, you're twins. You reflect each other's feelings. For the last few months, you've kind of just been going with the flow, but not truly listening to soul's intuition, right? Our true guiding source. And the true full moon in its happy state is also another representative of true love, like completeness. It's the full moon. It's everything coming together. So it's unconditional. These messages really bring in these emotions once again. They are pretty heavy centered, so that's letting me know both parties are feeling that. But by right before the end of the year, these emotions slow down. So I feel like that's when you are left with a choice. Do you want to choose this love that comes back in, that does bring in all of this unconditional love again? Or are you looking at a separation again? So yeah, we have been in a separation for a few months now, guys, or at least a few weeks. Last 2 months at least. There was a little bit of communication maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, but very, very little. It's been a few months of separation physically, I'm feeling. And then my other cat, Cyrus, is jealous. I'm getting that energy because as soon as I was going to read about the separation, the other cat's jealous. You know how they get, these lovers. Okay. So, yeah, that separation ends when this message comes in and these emotions of the heart come flooding back. We make a choice and we deal with these challenges. It is heavy congregation. Like these leaves come in heavy and they're across the board. So, on both ends, both of you choose to end this separation. I'm feeling like they're so heavily saturated and connected that you guys might come together literally in the physical, if not just messaging one another. But that separation comes back again in the physical. But there is a seed in the new year laced with a lot of very heavy, thick other leaves and flowers always represent abundance. So it's a good seed. We've planted the seed to further end this separation long term. Maybe you guys live apart and you guys come back together before the new year. Or you're talking about coming back together before the new year, and then you've planted the seed to come back together in the physical for sure after the new year, because that flowers, they're at the base and it's heavy. Yeah, and that's all social success. And there's 3 seeds actually. So I feel like there's 3 very important things happening for you. Or it could, remember you got 2 choices of lovers and 1 third party situation. Doesn't have to be romantic, but some other factor. But that's all on the crescent moon, which is typically social success. So you're being recognized. All of these different people are, or situations, energies are needing or wanting your energy. So again, you could be pulled from work. You could be given new opportunities to make money or to see family or to see friends or to spend time with a lover or reconnect with a past lover. So there's a lot of energies coming in at the end, but everybody is seeing you and wanting your energy because it's heavily seated right over that crescent moon. Okay, going back up a bit. At the end of November, we're finally starting to make some progress in ending this separation. And as well, it could be some progress towards whatever other ventures you have of passion projects or career. It slows down right before the new year, but after that new year, it blows up again. Like again, all of your energy is being pulled in many different directions. So you will have to try to balance that. But I'm just getting a sense of you get a tiny bit of a breather right before the new year. Maybe you give yourself that break. You're like, hey guys, it's the holidays. I need to take some time to myself. But as soon as the new year starts, you got me. Let's see. Wow, we have some more flowers and seeds underneath this progress towards success and motivation. So your motivation has really sparked back. Isn't that funny? It's like we felt like we couldn't progress with work and all of these other ventures when our love life had stopped, but the second they come back in, now you've got all the motivation in the world to start doing all your other things too. So we do make some tangible progress, and that fire is lit under your butt again. You've got the dedication showing here, and there is abundance from this dedication coming in because I do see some more flowers. And again, it's like we take a little bit of a break right before the new year, but it does cross over into some Mars energy. So just beware of small little quarrels with friends, with coworkers, with lovers, because again, it's going to be quite hard to find this balance between everything going on in your life and bringing these new energies. I say new, oh, I was going to say I was thinking about bringing old energies back into your life, but I said new energy. So I love that we're coming back into our life with new energy. Okay, it was the year of the snake. We didn't have any, we have like one big significant leaf and some other tiny ones within the last month and November. So one person's could be jealous, or you could have had one major falling out with a friend or a family member, or just somebody to be wary of. They could have been lying about something, snake in the grass. But it could also just represent one seed was planted about shedding this old self. You had that one more opportunity to do so. You did. We took a little bit of a break from that toxic energy again. I feel like you did shed that old stuff that no longer serves you. It comes back in, though, heavy with this communication again. So either your lover is jealous, or maybe after the separation, you guys are honest with each other and you've been with some other people, and it does spark up some jealousy, but it is sprinkled. It's a little heavy for a few days, but then we get over it. Or it could be your friends, your family are jealous that you guys came back into union, whoever didn't want that for you. And that's to be wary of those people's energies, because they're the snake. But we're done with that energy. We release it. It's no longer affecting us before the end of the new year. So that's good. When they come in, for any of you guys who are in physical separation, you come back together physically, you are very fertile, very, very fertile when you come back together in union. So just be mindful. Okay, girls? That's all I'm saying. But this could just be the seeds of abundance and union being planted within this physical or communicative union, again, coming back to one another, and the seeds are being planted for you guys to flourish and what was that one card? And nurture this union to come back together completely. But again, I do feel like maybe you guys are long distance or something, because we have a separation again, but it's a short one before the new year comes back. So just be mindful, my girls who are fertile. Year of the rat is showing up. There's a little rat here. Just funny, because I had a rat in a dream the other night. But it was a pet rat. It was a sweet little rat with a red collar. Maybe that means something to somebody. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah. This union is going to cause some kind of tiff with a family member. There is some kind of family affair that happens. And I'm not getting financially. It could be financially. Maybe they're upset you have to spend some money or something. Or it's holiday season, you choose to go somewhere instead of spending it with family, or who knows. But there's something that happens that's of importance, family related, that's somehow correlated with this union. And it's also going to stem some more spiritual growth. And just let you know that this is for your best self. It's a desire to better yourself. You know that you're on your right path, and you're not going to listen to what anybody else says. And it doesn't matter whatever kind of family affair this is. You get over it fairly quickly, because the energy disperses the last few weeks before the new year. It's like they're still lingering a little bit. They're down there in the bottom right-hand corner. There's just one single thing or person, again, maybe nagging, but it's so small and insignificant. It's just like one more nag before the end of the year, but it's done with the energy. the energy to better yourself trails up into this spiritual awakening, into this space, but I don't feel like it's any true commitment. So the union doesn't necessarily mean we're coming back together, we're getting married. There's no marriage here. There's no real commitment. I don't think that they're going to come in and say, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, let's get married, anything just yet. But the energy is sprinkling in. I like to say sprinkling in when it's very light, but it's obviously there. Yeah. In that little bit of separation again, when the physical separation hits again, or you guys stop talking for a little bit right before the new year, there's like one more moment or realization of this connection right before the new year. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of Venus energy coming up. It crosses over into our star space, so it's a wish fulfillment. You guys were both wanting this. You guys are both definitely wishing for this. And if you choose the new person, that's okay. Maybe you chose to have a happy love that was reciprocated. You don't want to go back to old energy. That is totally beautiful and okay too. Let's see. Yeah, with this wish fulfillment, there's a decision that has to be made. I said it earlier. Something has to be made. And you'll know. There's one seed in there. I think that, again, is correlated to the seed that you choose. So this decision is obviously about this person. And it does cross over into our Mercury placement. So that Mercury is all about travel and journey again. So either you're taking the spiritual journey or this union journey with your person again, or you're literally physically going to have to go on a journey to be with your person, or vice versa. This doesn't come without challenges. I've already said it. Mars is present. It's present internally and externally. So that's letting me know you're still having internal doubts or guilt or shame or insecurities. You're still being nagged by outside sources, maybe friends or family members that are trying to talk you out of it, or outside factors like work that could be a challenge to like take off work or school or something to come into union. But it crosses over into that wish fulfillment. So you have to face these challenges in order to get this wish fulfillment and reach that success. Yeah, there's definitely a new beginning here. Definitely a new beginning. Again, we have, and it's totally correlated to this wish fulfillment. It's crossing over into star space. So it's on the sun and it's outside the sun. You know internally that you're being guided, that universe, source energy, all of the good emotions that come with feeling the warmth of the sun, like success and happiness and just really good positive energy. You're feeling that within you. So you're starting to get clarity on this situation in this union. And you're also seeing it externally too. Like you might be seeing signs and synchronicities within numbers or signs, street signs, text messages, things that pop up on the TV or the radio, anything. Or you might also have some positive reinforcement through friends and family members that do believe that you should follow your heart and do whatever best suits you for this wish fulfillment to come true. Let's see what else here. I need to move some of these leaves. Okay, so we have some flowers and we have one seed on Saturn. Okay, one seed on Saturn. You guys know what that means? Saturn's all about releasing, letting go, losing something in order to gain something else. So for those of you who had the two lovers, or the choice between the two lovers when the old one comes back, you will have to let go of one choice, one person. I'm sorry, but you can't have it all because what you really want is your wish fulfillment, right? So that could be the challenge too. You know, you making this hard choice, having some hard conversations. That makes sense with the separation time too. It might be, yes, you come into union with the person who you were in separation from prior, but then that separation that happens again after could be the separation from the person that was the temporary. So you guys, whatever resonates with you. And then, then we're right back to Venus, and we've got that one seed on Venus too. So yeah, you choose one lover, and the other one you do have to release. Okay, this is definitely serendipitous. It's very lucky. It's very spiritually guided. The 4-leaf clover is almost 100%. It's like 98, 99% covered by leaves, and we do have one major little fruit piece and half of a seed on the clover. So fruit is like a harvest. It's like abundance. You are going to recognize and reap the rewards from this union and recognize the good luck and this spiritual awakening, this spiritual union and what it does, how it brings you happiness, love, and success. When I feel like there's half a seed. So when you give yourself, like, the seed, you gave half of your seed, half of it to your other half. Somebody's got to really be willing to commit here to come into this full union of luck and love. But again, it does cross over into star space, so there is a wish fulfillment. We are definitely being guided here. All right, guys, that was that. Let's see if I see any other shapes. Last minute. No, there's that little rat again under the fertile. Rats are very fertile too, so be very careful, guys. Use protection if we're not trying to, catch anything. No other shapes are coming to me right away. Oh, I lied. We have a shark's tooth under the full moon, which is also about, and I love that because sharks are, they're part of the ocean, and the full moon guides the ocean with the ebb and the flow, and they are innately in tune with these cycles. And we had our card that our lover wasn't ready yet this month, but in 1 month it said check back in and resonate with the cycles of the next moon cycle. What did it say? Of course I can't find it, but the next moon cycle, that's huge. So that shark comes in to play, and one more moon cycle. Look up the significance of sharks. They're such, everybody's so scared of them. It's like we were scared to fully step into this love union. For some reason, it seemed so scary and big, and the ocean is vast, and it's just misunderstood. We had that card, mistakes, misunderstood, right? Lost soul victim. But I feel like when you really look at a shark, they're so wise. They're so also, I don't know, the word nurturing is coming to me, but maybe they're nurturing to their young mother sharks. And they are actually a safe space for other creatures, other fish to ride on the belly of them for safe travel. So there is something to be said for this shark's tooth that comes up. Look up the significance of shark's teeth. There's a little dinosaur underneath this message that comes through. Dinosaur. That's giving me like old world. Like you guys have literally been together, past lovers, past life lovers for centuries and centuries, eons, since like caveman time. Yeah, that's crazy. But same thing, it's something that seems to be like so feared, but they are also such wise creatures. They have this intuitive nature. They take care of one another. Anything else? Oh, we have a fish too. We have a fish under the heart key. So this new door, this doorway that's open for the heart, maybe someone is a Pisces. We have a dragonfly too. The dragonfly is underneath the social gathering. Socials, and remember, like, and it's underneath a person that feels more isolated. Even if they're at these social gatherings with their friends and their family, they're feeling like flighty, like they want to just zip away and get out of this isolated feeling. Even though they're over here, they want to zip over there where where the person is congregated and actually in a happy. Remember, one twin is happily having a grand old time in celebration with friends and family. And the other person might be with friends and family, but they're feeling internally isolated. But there's that dragonfly energy there. So I'm really feeling like they just want to like zip over here and to be in that same kind of energy of joy and happiness. And they're just feeling like something's missing. They're always so quick to just, find a new flower, find a new thing, go boom, boom, boom. And that's the energy that they're in. Okay. We have a caterpillar too. So it's going to be slow progress towards the success of the union and towards whatever other goals that you're working on too. Remember, you got a lot of stuff to balance, and that's okay. The seeds are planted there. You do have a lot of abundance coming in with the flowers and the fruit. There is harvest to be had, but because I see this caterpillar, it is slow. I feel like I see a caterpillar and a chrysalis. So they're in that cocoon stage, and it's okay. Where you've got to process all of that. Rest and reflection time before you really reach that true success and good luck. And I see a pair of lungs too underneath the knife for separation. So lungs, like, I don't know, it's kind of been, and it's the lover who's feeling more isolated. Like we've got the congregation of leaves up here, and then we've got an isolation of small leaves down here, and that's where the lungs are. So somebody's really feeling like they need to focus on their breath work. Maybe it's even hard to breathe when they think about these things and being isolated or in separation. But the lungs also look like a heart. So yeah, this definitely has to do with the separation. And then there's leaves that cross over into that moon space again. So it's like they want to come back into this passionate love affair so they can breathe again. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm giving you guys. We've got 39:39 on the clock. Beautiful. This was Pure Premonitions. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope it resonated, and I will see you guys next time.